Has this ever happened to you? You find yourself caught up in a war zone and just want to get back home to the beachfront resort that you own. But you're sovereign of the land and wouldn't be caught dead using public transit. And by public transit, I mean the publicly funded road network. This, of course, leaves us with one obvious question. Is it possible to cross Mario Kart World without touching the road? We're starting over here near Airship Fortress, and our goal is to make it to Peach Beach Resort. If we touch a road, it's game over. So let's get on to it. We drive through this wasteland of cliffs with really not much of note anywhere, until finally we find our first road. Luckily, there is this ramp here, which does give us the choice to go left or right here. Going left doesn't really lead to much of interest, just kind of takes us to this volcano, which looks extremely dangerous to traverse. And I think we'll try the other way first. And since I don't really see a way to cross yet, we'll just follow along the road for a little while. Until we find something very promising. A tunnel. This is encouraging not because we want to go through the tunnel, but rather because we can theoretically use it to cross the road. If we wall ride it exactly right. And I mean, how hard can that be? Okay, pretty hard as it turns out. The fence doesn't help, that's for certain. I guess we could try this tower too, but... yeah, I don't think that would work. A bit too far away from the road to be useful. Alright, we may just have to go around and see if we can cross elsewhere. You know, okay, one more shot. There we go, alright. We are across. But, now what? I guess we don't really want to head towards the volcano, so we'll go this way instead. And, well, what do you know? Another road. It's as if this is like a driving game or something. But we've got a lot of verticality to work with here, so maybe we could cross from this vantage point? Well, only one way to find out. See, the issue here is we just don't really have enough time to get a charge jump charged before we go off the edge. I mean, we could go across this plateau, but that just takes us back to the same side of the road that we just crossed from before, so that doesn't really seem like a great idea. Although, call me crazy, but those trees over there, I think we can make something of them. Yes, we can. Alright, onwards. Okay, eventually we do come across, well, it's either a railroad or train tracks, depending on how you want to classify it. I'm gonna call it train tracks and say that we are fine to cross it if we want. But do we want to? Like, really, this isn't the right direction we want to be going. Honestly, it's probably better for us to cross the road here and head towards Toad's factory. Unfortunately, we can't use the train tracks for that because they cross directly on top of the road. But I did pick up a feather, so I mean this crossing should actually be pretty easy. Closer than I would have liked, but it worked. Now where to go from here? Oh, hold up. Is it possible to... Oh, yes it is. Yeah, I mean you can ride these just like any power lines, but they go much, much further. We are crossing a huge portion of the map thanks to these. And what do you know, they spit us out right next to some train tracks, so I figure might as well ride these until they come to a point where they cross a road. Well, they do keep going, but honestly I think here is about the right place to get off. Otherwise they'll start bringing us away from where we're actually trying to go. And where are we exactly? Right next to Moo Moo Meadows, it looks like. That's actually really good because if we're trying to avoid touching the road, there is a certain vehicle around here that is very useful for that purpose. We'll just hit the P switch and then completely forget our obligations to kidnap cattle, and there we go. That is a lot of distance gained. We're a bit over halfway to Peach Beach now, so things looking pretty good for the challenge. Let's just drive past Peach Stadium, and there we go. That is exactly the set of train tracks I was looking for. These rails take us past Cheap Falls and up towards the snowy section of the map, although honestly, probably about now is when we want to get off because we don't actually want to go up to the snow section map. Remember, we are trying to get to Peach Beach Resort, but let's at least cross this last road with them while we're on the bridge. Now from here, we'll just need to take a sharp right, and really Salty Speedway should be the last major track in our way before we make it to Peach Beach Resorts. And honestly, this hasn't been too hard so far, so you know what? Let's add an extra rule. No using navigable waterways. But I mean, honestly, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Look, we are even on this cliff, so we can clear this road super easily. And regret that decision immediately. If we hadn't just banned navigable waterways, then I'd just go into the ocean from here and we'd be home free. But we can't do that now, so we're kind of stuck here. There really isn't a great place to try to cross a road from here, and we've got the road on one side, the water on the other. It's not a great place to be. I mean, yeah, like, the solution to our problems isn't just gonna, like, fall out of the sky or something. Oh. Okay. I believe we may have a new lease on life. Using this feather, let's see if we can cross this gap. Yes, we can. Although now we're on the beach, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. We can skirt around the edge of this water here and be mostly fine, but then we get over here to the start of Salty Speedway and... like, what are we going to do? We can't really use these boats as a ramp to clear the road. Nor can we really bounce on the civilians. And again, I mean, we're kind of stuck here. Although I guess there was a bridge right next to where we dropped down from initially, so... yeah, we can technically go the other way. But that just gets us to this peninsula. And there's no way we're crossing this river from here. Not unless we do something crazy, that is. Okay. A bit of height, that'll help, probably. Now we can navigate around these plateaus, maybe wall ride again? Okay. And that brings us really close to Salty Speedway. Of course, this track has a bunch of water, so that's tough. Guess we'll drop down and head towards the town itself. You know what? If we could manage to get onto the roofs, those are not roads, and we might be able to make something out of that. Easier said than done. Oh, okay, maybe not this roof. How about this one? Oh, okay, not on the roof. But last time I checked, docks are not roads, nor are stairs, or roofs. Okay. And I mean, these cobblestones, again, they're not roads, it's just a walkable roof. Now let's just see, can we just ride these roofs to get away from this track? That would be ideal. All right, and with style. It's as if they set it up specifically so you could do that maneuver. Awesome. We're really close to Peach Beach now. We really just need to cross the road one more time to get on the coastline. And then from there, it's a straight shot to Peach Beach. And this plateau up here looks like exactly the right sort of place to jump from. Indeed it is. Welcome to the beach. From here, we just follow the coast until we get to the sandbar, and as we all know, sandbars, even if cars are driving on them, do not qualify as roads. Seriously, if you counted everything that cars drive on in this game as a road, there'd be problems for this challenge. What the heck is that maniac doing? We drive along the sandbar, and just like that, we have successfully crossed Mario Kart World without touching any roads or navigable water. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe. We've got some fun stuff, including a very special Mario Kart World video in the works right now, which I think you'll enjoy, so definitely make sure you subscribe for future stuff. I also did a Mario Kart No Coins challenge previously. You may want to check that out, and a Donkey Kong Bonanza No Jumping challenge. That one was also pretty exciting. I'd also like to thank my patrons who help me keep the lights on as I make these videos. I'd especially like to thank my $15 tier patrons, Alex Oxling and Ashfern Says. But anyways, until next time, I've been CMeeCraft, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.